Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our pre-conference podcast series of Future Bridge. My name is Olga, and today we are recording a pre-podcast series with Olivier Féron, head of FiME Lab, EDF Innovation Lab. Olivier, welcome.
Hello.
Uh, this particular episode is dedicated to Power Price Forecasting Summit, which is going to happen 9 and 10 of June in Barcelona, Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to welcome you to this event to network, to get more insights, and to hear presentations in real time from our experts. Olivier, we are super happy to have you here with me. Thank you for your time joining us. Well, you have a very complicated title, and I'm very curious to get to know more about your role in the company and more about your company. Could you share it with us, please?
Sure. I'm Olivier Féron. I'm working at EDF, which is the world's leading electricity company. So, in order to explain EDF, let me give you some key figures. EDF is around 38 millions of clients sites in worldwide, around 500 terawatt hours of electricity generated per year. About 90% of EDF production is free from carbon emissions. And EDF is also very active in research and innovation, with a dedicated budget of around 680 million euros per year for research and innovation. So concerning me, I've been working in EDF R&D for 15 years now. The main topics I'm interested in are financial risk management, the modeling of energy markets, and all financial applications from short-term horizon, let's say trading strategies, to midterm like risk management, and long-term horizon like investment questions.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing more in detail about your role. Well, Olivier is going to present on our event representation of intraday electricity markets in long-term scenarios. Olivier, could you please share why it's trendy, why it's actual or topical to talk about the intraday modeling market?
So, as everybody knows, the energy transition will lead to a high development of renewables and also high development of what is called flexibilities, which are flexible assets that are able to quickly respond to big imbalances in the system due to both high variations and also high uncertainty of renewable production. And especially the short term, let's say, intraday markets will play a key role in the electricity system balance. And then one of the most important source of revenue for the owners of these flexibilities, as well as renewable producers, in fact, are these short-term electricity markets. So to my point of view, this may change the way to address the problem of investments and the way to compute the revenues of these flexibilities.
Very interesting. Could you please explain more this last point?
In fact, when we think about classical, let's say, thermal assets that get their revenues mostly on day-ahead markets, so we can keep the classical representation of the marginal cost from some fundamental scenarios available in the literature or online or on internal on EDF. And the general theory of marginal cost, like the Boiteux theory, can be used. But when you consider flexibilities, we reach some bounds of validity. Let's give me some examples. So these assets can get significant earnings on intraday markets, reserve ancillary services, which are highly more difficult to model. So the problem is to model prices at high granularity, high frequency data for several decades, which leads to a very high dimensional problems. So how to deal with this high dimensionality? So long-term scenarios are very of high dimensional prices, a lot of different markets with high granularity. So how to deal with this high dimensionality. And also the intraday markets presents prices that can differ from the fundamentals of the system. It can differ from the marginal costs due to market players, for example. So is it still valid to have some fundamental approach to model these prices? This is a question. This is an open question right now. And how to ensure also the realistic link between day-ahead prices, intraday prices, reserve prices, and so on. So this is the main difficulty, to my point of view, in order to really have a good valuation of these flexibilities. So all these questions are still open, I think, at this time, and are essential to ensure the right investment of the in the energy system. So during my presentation, my objective is to expose some of these questions and also some possible answers to these issues.
Great, thank you very much. We are very excited to see you in person in Barcelona on 9 and 10 of June for your presentation on our Power Price Forecasting Summit of Future Breach. And it's going to be excited moment for us to do the face-to-face event with such experts as yourself.
You're welcome. Bye. See you.
Bye bye. See you.